What's going on, guys? This is Damius Alexander coming to you. Just wanted to check in with you guys. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching my channel, do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you get any information that's of value to you, please hit the like, share it. Like I stated, my channel is to take you guys on my journey to becoming a $100,000 a month wholesaling business. Just wanted to give you guys something that is very, very key. So I had a seller call me. There's two parts to this video. First part is I had a seller call me yesterday, and the conversation, as far as the tonality, the seller sounded like they may be a tough, property or a tough seller to work with. But once you understand the key qualifiers of, determining if there's motivation there, this was a hot lead. So the conversation, what I mean is the guy was very nonchalant. I just want to call and see what you guys can do. I have a property, I would sell it, things like that, things that didn't initially sound like a lead, I would say, or, something that you really want to pursue. But once we understand the qualifiers of, determining motivation, my motivation meter went from a 2 to a 10. I mean, literally in one sentence. And the guy stated, yeah, there's a tenant. The tenant's gonna move out. I really don't have any interest in the property. Then the tenant stated, all I want is for you to pay the mortgage, and I'm okay with walking away. Not even seeing this property, I sent the agreement over right away. I never say contract with my sellers, so I sent the agreement over right away. So, funny story. When you send an agreement over, you can tell if someone views your agreement. I sent this agreement over yesterday. I saw that the seller viewed the agreement, but never signed. So I said, okay, maybe they're just reading it. So today is Saturday. The seller viewed the agreement again, never signed. So it's about 7:30 in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening. I said, I've been ripping and running all day. Maybe I should just give the seller a call Monday. But because the seller viewed my contract, my agreement, I said, let me just give the seller a call to see if they have any questions about my agreement. Called the seller answered. I said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I just wanted to know if you got a chance to view the agreement, see if you had any questions. Oh yeah, I did view it. I showed the property today to another investor, and they offered me $19,000, which was, a grand more than what they wanted for the property. Property is probably worth $30,000, $40,000 fixed up. Maybe a little bit more, low-end property. So I said, wow, that's great. Congratulations. I hope you guys were able to get it done and get it closed, rather quickly. The seller stated to me, which this is a mistake. If you're wholesaling, especially if you're wholesaling in my market, if you get the seller to agree, get the agreement right away. The seller stated they agreed on the number, but the investor left to send them the agreement via email. Same thing I did a day before that, right? So the seller said, I haven't signed anything. I said, okay. I tell you what, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm actually in the area of the property. Can you meet me there in about 20, 30 minutes? How soon do you want to get this done? So the seller meets me. We meet at the property. I walk the property. I already know it's a deal based on the numbers, okay? Me and the seller walk the property. I tell the seller, how soon did the other investor say they can get the deal done? They stated, oh, they were willing to, agree right away. I said, yes, but how soon can they get the deal done? Well, they said it can take them about 30 days or, something like that. So initially my first negotiation was, okay, they offered 19. We agreed on 18, just verbally over the phone. How about instead of giving you 19 in 30 days, how about I can get you your 18 in 2 weeks? Seller, again, didn't really have an issue with, the time sensitivity. He just stated, well, 19 is, I'm better with just taking the better offer. So my next offer was, okay, well, how about 18, but I pay your closing costs? Well, the last investor offered me 19 and they offered to pay the closing costs. So I said, okay. I said, how about this? How about I pay you 19, I pay your closing costs, and I close in 2 weeks? Seller wouldn't do it. So in my mind, I already said I'll offer the seller 19.5 with all these terms, and I figured I would get the deal. So I just kind of wanted to start low with my negotiation. So needless to say, the seller, before I offered 19.5, the seller said, I have a water bill. Now this is where we have to turn into problem solvers, guys. I have a water bill. Water bill is $230. If you can pay me 19 plus my water bill, I'll agree today. So needless to say, guys, we are under agreement. I'm literally closing on a property 3 blocks away from this one in 2 days. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath, typical properties that they say we should probably stay away from. 2-1s are not really desirable, but that's gonna be an $8,000 profit. This property that I'm looking at now is going to be at least a $10,000 property. So 2 things I want you to take: do your follow-ups, do your follow-ups, do your follow-ups. Call your sellers 3 times a day if you need to. If you guys can agree, you need to get that property under contract right away. Me personally, I have a heart. I actually don't like taking deals from other investors. I'm just an abundant guy like that, but I do understand that in the business, we get paid off the value that we can add to the market. So in my case, I feel I'm just in a position where I can add that value a lot sooner, and that's why I was willing to agree, and I met him. So I literally just got this property under contract. We're going to take pictures, market it out. I know buyers that are looking exactly for these, but I'm going to put it out to everyone and see who wants it, and we'll move forward on it. So guys, when you get an agreement, you need to get it under contract. Don't leave, don't go home, don't say I'll send it to you, don't say let me think about it, don't say let me punch numbers and get back to you. When you meet with that seller, you need to have your agreement in hand, pre-filled out. I fill mine out. Only thing I don't fill out is the price, and that's actually it, just the price. Everything else is filled out on my agreements when I go meet with a seller. So guys, stop leaving and not getting the properties under contract, especially when you guys have an agreement. I do emails. If I can get an agreement over the phone, I'll get that property under contract, then go take my pictures if I know the numbers work. If the property is just in terrible condition, you can always renegotiate the contract. We're not trying to do anything unethical here and just get properties under contract for numbers that we know we can't perform on. But I know this property with full renovations, I can move the property based on the price that the seller agreed on. So we're literally talking, the seller told me they were getting ready to sign the other agreement with the investor. Literally 15 minutes before I called. So guys, when you meet with a seller, you agree, get the property under contract, do your follow-ups. I told myself maybe I should wait till Monday because I don't want to call on Sunday, and I've been ripping and running it all day on Saturday, and that would have been the difference for me having a $10,000 deal or not. So just want to give you guys some tip. If you like this, if this helps you in any kind of way, again, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, share it. I want to continue to give you guys real key information and as much value that I can and take you guys on my journey. And if you have anything that you've had similar happen to you, or if you have any tips, anything that maybe I can benefit from, do me a favor and leave those comments below. I do read, I do respond. If you ever want to send me emails, my email is wholesellingcommunity@outlook.com. That's wholesaling with ING at the end, wholesellingcommunity@outlook.com. Thanks guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll talk soon.